So, cardamom pod, or 2 cardamom pods. This is a 2 portion. Well, I'm doing this as a 2 portion curry. Sort of half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of coriander seeds, and let them toast. Medium heat. No oil, no nothing. We're gonna give them a bit of a bash in a minute. So, as part of the curry, making a paste of ginger, garlic and shallots. I say 2 portions, I've only got 1 packet of lamb steaks. For me it'll be 1 portion, for some people it'll be 2 portions. So 1 shallot in there, a couple of garlic cloves. So we're going to blitz this up into a puree. I suppose about half that ginger, as it's only 2 portions. It's 11 grams. I'm not going up to 15. It's a good enough piece. You can say 10. I've got the little green, the finger chilies. So I'm going to 1 chili. 1 good chili going in here. Obviously, if you want it hotter, then add more chili. And then a little bit of oil just to help it blitz down into a paste. Right, seeds are almost ready. They're just starting to sort of pop now. So, seeds. Right, we're going straight back onto the heat. The recipe calls for oil, and there'll be a bit more oil going into the pan now. However, I roasted off some lamb a couple of weeks ago. So this is lamb fat, and it's got garlic cloves in set in it. That was what was sitting at the bottom of the Ninja when I finished. And underneath it, there's obviously some lamb stock as well. So I'm going to use some of this lamb fat, just picking it off the top. You can sort of see this jelly underneath. Pure lamb amazingness. As I'm just doing this as a quick dish, I am going to keep it quite thin. You could do this as a longer cook if you wanted. Obviously curries always tend to sort of have a better flavour if you can let them cook for an hour or so. So I definitely don't need any more moisture in there at the moment, and actually the spices are going to bring together a bit of that moisture as well. So in the spices go. You obviously can use ground, if you've got ground cumin, ground coriander. Right, it's ready for some liquid. So let me get, so I've got about 100 mils of stock there. Obviously I've watered down the jelly. We are going to reduce this. We just want to help the lamb cook through. So I'm only going to use 100 grams of passata as well, 100 mils. Right, just let that cook through for a minute, and then obviously the next stage really is spinach and a little bit of turmeric. I'm just looking down, a bit of coriander, and that's it. But you want to make it drier, so it's got quite a lot of, well, it's up to you. I prefer my saag to be quite a dry dish. There are plenty of saag recipes out there that are actually quite creamy, so they're more like a almost like a tikka masala. But to me, a saag is supposed to be quite a dry, rich dish. So, just going to let that cook through. It's sort of come together now. It's actually turned into quite a thick sauce. I'm just going to reduce it a little bit more, and then we can throw the spinach at it. Or we'll throw the turmeric at it first. And because the spinach should be the last thing that goes in, so it just wilts over the meat. You don't really want to cook it with the spinach. You just want it to wilt, otherwise it can go a bit bitter. A little bit of turmeric. I mean, yeah, half a teaspoon. It says a teaspoon on here, half a portion. Just give it a little bit more colour. I'm not sure, I think it is coming through, but this has turned into a really red, vibrant, rich colour. Right, that is cooked down enough for me. You can sort of again now see, look how much has come out of that. So that's how I would prefer mine. You can leave yours a bit saucier if you want. This is a 200 gram bag, so it's actually saying half a bag. So that's the portion, half a bag. Which is going to drown the dish, but obviously it's going to disappear. Lid on, low heat, just let it wilt.